Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to use a classic or Windows 7 style start menu using the free OpenShell app. So this has been around for a long time, but we figured we would do a video for it and get to some of the more in-depth configurations. So we did a video on this a long time ago just showing you the basic usage, but we're just going to go into some more features in this video. And by the way, this will also work for Windows 10, so keep that in mind if you want to apply that here. All right, so one thing I will say before we get started is that many of these settings will not work with Windows 11, even though they're an option within the OpenShell program. And that's because Windows 11 is more locked down. So even if you apply some of these settings, you might notice no change. And if that's the case, then you'll know it's just not going to work. All right, so once you download the executable, just double click it to install it like any other program. Accept the agreement. There's this option here that is not checked by default. And that's for Internet Explorer, so you don't have to worry about that in Windows 11. Click on Install. You'll have to be an admin to install this, so keep that in mind. All right, we'll click on Finish. All right, so now when we click on Start for the first time, you'll see you have to choose a style for your Start menu. So most people go with the Windows 7. I think that's the best one. And you can come back and change it if you want to try one of the other ones later. And then you also have the option to replace the Start button with one of these choices here, or you could use one of your own images, depending how well it will actually fit as a Start button. Then you have some advanced options here, which we'll get to in a minute. All right, so now that we have it selected, here is our Start menu. And if you click on this guy here, that'll open up the default Windows 11 Start menu just one time. And then you have your All Programs, and then you could do things like right-click on them, pin it to Start, unpin it from Start, pin to Start menu for OpenShell. So if we do that, now when we go back, it's right here. And then you could right-click it and unpin it and so on. All right, then over here on the right, we have things for your profile, documents, pictures, shortcuts, recent items. You could actually get to all the control panel tools from here, and the good old-fashioned devices and printers, set your default programs, and the run box, and then all your shutdown options. All right, so if we go into the OpenShell folder here, we have an option for Classic Explorer settings, which we'll get to in a minute. And here's where you go to change any settings. So I'm going to right-click this, send to the desktop, which is a nice feature because you can't do this in Windows 11. All right, because we're going to be going back and forth through this all the time here. All right, so now if I open it from my shortcut here, we have all of our tabs up here. So we have the Start Menu tab, which we saw at the beginning. Basic settings, what happens if you left click or use the Windows key. So you could change this here. How the all program style looks. Shutdown command. So right now we have shutdown here. So for example, if we change this, click on OK, now there's no shutdown option. And of course, you could come back here and change it back to shutdown on one of these other options. And then also at the bottom here, you could back up your configuration. So once you have everything set the way you like, you could save it to an XML file. And then you could also load it. So let's say you uninstalled Classic Shell, or you've got a different computer, or you wanted to move your settings over to another computer, you could import it from your XML file. And then if you want to reset all of the Classic Shell options back to the default, you could come here and do this. All right, then we have the skin section here. So the default is immersive. So if we want to do something like midnight, so let's click OK to that. So now we have a darker type of start menu here. Deselect the show user picture, change the icon size, transparency level, reset the skins if you want. And then we have some taskbar settings. So these pretty much don't do anything for Windows 11. They might for Windows 10, but you could try it for yourself, but I haven't seen any difference when I've tried some of these settings. And then you have the customize options here. So for documents, for example, right now we could just click on it and open documents. And if you right-click it, you can edit the item, change the command, delete it, duplicate it, move the order on the list, insert a new item, and that type of thing. And you can see here it says you could click on each item to change it or double-click it to go to additional settings. So let's say we do this for documents. That brings down a drop-down. So if you don't want to display it as a link, if you want to display it as a menu or not at all, you could do that from here. All right, then also we have this show all settings. So that'll give you some extra tabs here. All right, so let's kind of go through these real quick. So we have controls, which has some similar options to what we saw in the main option here, just for middle clicking and hover over options. Main menu options. So if you want to see Metro apps, show folders first, hide app shortcuts, show recent or frequent programs. So right now it's set to frequent programs. You could turn it off or just recent programs. And shortcuts. If you want to turn off your jump list, you could do that as well. So these are some similar options here to what we just saw before with the shutdown. If you want to change your jump list pane and the height, sort your documents. Then we have the General Behaviors tab. So you can see highlight newly installed apps. So like we see here for OpenShell, how it's highlighted because it's a new app. You can turn that off. Enable drag and drop, use multiple columns. Override the default user picture, which is this guy here. Right, then we have the search box, which is right here. So let's say we want to turn that off. Now we don't have the search box any longer. You can see when you turn it on, it enables all these options as well. So you have some search options, search the internet. So you could come here and adjust those. We have the menu look. You may or may not want to mess with these, but you can just to try it out to see what they do. So you can see here, for example, we have a fade when we click on the menu here. So if we go to no animation, now it just pops up without fading in. Let's see what the slide option does. Slides up from the bottom. Go with the default here. And we have sub-menu animations. When you click on these, what you want them to do. So right now it's set to fade as well. Then you can change the speed too as to how fast they pop out. Font smoothing, glass menu, and that type of thing. And we have the skin option, which we saw. Start button here. If you want to replace it, another way to do so. I'm going to do the classic button, for example. Let's see what this does. Gives you this guy here, which I'm not a fan of. Or you could do their own custom button. If you uncheck this, then we're back to the Windows button. All right, then we have the taskbar, which we saw, Windows 10 settings. If you're using Windows 10, you can check these out. Customize the start menu we saw, context menu, enable the right-click menu, like so. So that's different compared to if you don't have Classic Shell enabled here. Different options for right-clicking the start button. And we have some sounds too, if you want to change any of those. And then language, which you're probably not going to do anything with. All right, so now let's look at the other tool here, which is the Classic Explorer settings. So this has another box here to show everything. Navigation pane style. This is not going to do a whole lot for Windows 11. So if we open File Explorer, you can see we have this extra toolbar here with kind of the classic looking tools. And you can actually get to the settings from here. Email, properties, delete, cut, copy, paste, folder options. If you want to see the navigation pane. But one thing I do like, let's just go through these other ones real quick here. Like this title bar, I've changed this before, it doesn't do anything. You can hide the search box. But that doesn't work in Windows 11. All right, toolbar settings. If you want to change icons, big buttons, toolbar buttons, this is nice right here because you could add other options to here, and there's a lot of them. So for example, let's say we wanted rename, drag that over right by paste. Now you can see we have the rename option here. And then the show status bar, which I think is this down here. But I don't think this one works either. Let's try it out. So that's still down there as well. Unless I'm not thinking this is the status bar. That could be possible, I suppose. And then we have the file pane here. Add some icon overlays. The File Explorer settings are not going to do a whole lot, at least in Windows 11. You might have better luck in Windows 10. And then we have the language. All right, so real quick, let's go back here. Let's try one of these other ones with 2 columns to see how different that looks. So here's what we're dealing with now. So that kind of looks the same to me. Then you could go classic style, which has just a single option here. And then you have all your programs that'll pop out like this. And then you can even click on this link here to take you right to the Select Skin section. All right, so there is your overview of all the tabs in OpenShell. Like I mentioned before, some of these will not do anything, especially in Windows 11. And if you're still running Windows 10, they will definitely do more. All right, so I will put a link in the description where you can download OpenShell, and then you can try it out for yourself. And if you don't want to use it anymore, you could just simply uninstall it and everything will be back to normal. But you might want to do a backup first in case you change your mind and you want to reinstall it and keep all of your configurations. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.